people, United Central back again with another video. I'm with my guy, Nuruddin. What's happening, bro?
Watching Man United stressing me out, mate.
It's bad as the rain, isn't it?
Second half performance of Man United are stressing me out. Last night, I'm bitting every nail like that, thinking we're going to concede.
It's bad, mate. It's absolutely bad. Just before we start this video, there's no Aaron today. Aaron had a few personal issues he had to sort out. But he'll be back for his European football show, which we'll film that tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be out tomorrow. But, Nuruddin, mate, I'm sorry, mate, but you cannot defend that performance yesterday. That was, for me...
The second half, I can't defend the second half.
But first half, if you look at it in hindsight...
You know what, the first half, we were decent. I mean, without really creating too many chances.
Is that what United are, though? Decent without creating much.
Look, obviously, look, Saeed, do you remember when we filmed around the corner from my work?
Yeah, yeah.
And you were telling me we were going to win the league.
Well, I don't know about that, guys.
Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire.
Do you remember the
Beckenbauer.
You remember the conversation we had when I
don't know about... Where's the juice? Where's the juice, man?
No juice.
The diluted juice.
Listen, the green juice is gone today, mate. It's gone, and I can't defend that second half performance from Ollie. I can defend Ollie in terms of...
Were you happy with the lineup, though? The lineup was good.
Yeah, you know what? The lineup, I thought the way we played, obviously tried to force them back a little bit because they attack with their fullbacks, just similar to Liverpool. They attack with their fullbacks.
Yeah.
To limit them a little bit because they're inverted, their wingers come in more and their fullbacks go on the outside.
Yeah.
Because I watched a couple of games. I did a bit of scouting mission on them, YouTube highlights and try to find one of their games. And I watched them a little bit. So, yeah, they're all right. They're all right. The quality they are, I would put them down to a championship level.
I don't even know if it's a championship level, but I think any team...
listen,
could have a game. They were poor.
They would be like mid-table championship.
They had Romelu Lukaku, 0.2, up
to be fair, he was effective for them.
He caused damage.
In the second half.
He made Harry Maguire on the floor. Do you know what I mean?
Like, what did I say to you about Harry Maguire? He gets easily turned.
He gets found out.
Yeah, in close quarters.
Yeah.
If he can see the game, he knocks it out. But let's go back to the second half performance. I mean, he made 7 changes.
Yeah.
And the Europa League team is a mishmash team. It's not a team that's playing every week. So we can't.
Yeah, it's not coherent.
It's not coherent. And
but the first lineup you thought, you know what, three at the back, that could be United's kind of saviour, if you call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could be the new. Every manager when they run out of ideas, they find something. And Van Gaal, it was a 3-5-2. You know what I mean? Mourinho, he kind of went into a 4-3-3. Maybe this could be Ollie's kind of like turning point where, as a manager, where he's not getting a fluid formation, but he's getting some kind of like, pattern of play, but not even really a pattern of play if you look at it really. The first half you thought brilliant. Second half, Nuruddin, back to same old.
Yeah, we can't play. We are a one-half team. We play good for one half.
Yeah, but what's the training methods though?
And we gas out. Well, the 7 changes he made affected, obviously, had a massive effect on yesterday's
Brandon Williams, positives before the first. Brandon Williams.
Yeah, the positives. Like, no. Let's talk about the misery that was. It was abysmal. The second half was dreadful. Players looked lost.
Yeah.
There wasn't any... Other than that, when he changed it, when he took Wan-Bissaka off.
Yeah. And
then changed Phil. Oh, my word. I absolutely do not miss seeing Phil Jones. I do not miss that guy. Last night he showed in that second half
why he should be sold.
Why he is stealing a living at Man United. Absolutely.
Who gives him a chance?
And you know the crazy thing? He had the most touches. He was the outlet.
I tweeted it. It's crazy how United centre-backs are getting the most touches in the game.
Well, it used to be like Van Gaal we used to have when you were really good in Snake back in the day. I mean,
I'd rather have Van Gaal at the minute. What more are you seeing out there that's worse than Van Gaal? Mourinho, Moyes. Be serious, Nuruddin. What more are you seeing out there?
Moyes was horrendous. Just crossed the ball for crossing.
But Moyes, did he have boring football though? Was it boring football?
No, because he had quality players. He had a better players.
Quality players?
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Quality players for Fellaini. He had Cleverly, Welbeck.
Are you kidding me? Those guys are better than... Cleverly at that time is better than what McTominay is now, mate.
Are you kidding me? Come on, Nuruddin.
At least those players were coached.
Come on.
No, listen. This is where I'm going to dismantle this BS argument.
My God.
Let me tell you something.
Are you telling me Moyes had better players than Solskjaer right now?
Moyes had players that were coached by Roland Moynistein under Fergie's tuition, who knew United game plan, who knew how to play, how to speed it up in the last third. Man United.
Did he have Maguire?
No, I'm not.
Listen,
that's just the defense. That's what you're talking about, just the defense. Teams are attacking us when we are.
Would you not have Pereira in that kind of team?
Whether we like, listen, let me finish. Let me finish. We asked me a question. Let me finish. Then, because people are telling me about Parry. My little cousin's telling me. People in the comment section are saying that I'm hugging whatever. But I just want to make this quick.
Okay, go on.
When you've had a certain way of play and coached, right? Even when a new manager comes in, even when it was for 7 months or whatever it was, though he can't coach out the old habits of the way you play. Manchester United were a bit more coherent. Hence, that's why we went to the semi-final of the Champions League. That wasn't Dave Moyes' tactician.
Quarter-finals, yeah.
Yeah, quarter-finals of the Champions League. That wasn't Dave Moyes' cleverness. Yeah. That was you had leaders like Patrice Evra, mate. Are you kidding me? Scoring worldies at Bayern Munich. Man United players were coached to speed up the play. Look how Müller's team came in. When, what's his name left? Carlos Corres left. Müller's team came in. Müller's team, the play was really quick. So the play was keep possession into certain things to halfway line. Soon you went into the last third, the combination play and the quickness and unpredictability of our play. That's why when we were playing City in that Charity Shield, we scored one of that's what people call a Fergie ball. Yeah. You don't see it when Nani, Welbeck, Cleverly, Rooney we're literally just playing like Barcelona-esque football. So don't get it twisted. That team was coached by Fergie and Roland Maynardson and by other coaches of Man United how to play in the last third. Yeah. They had a way of playing. They're like people like that Van Persie and Welbeck. These guys who knew the runs to make, they knew the basic stuff.
He didn't have modesty though in that season. He took him away.
Listen, but you can't coach that out of them. It's difficult. That's what I was trying to explain to you. Yeah. New manager cannot come in, right? Only way you come in and coach a style out of the players is if you don't have no Champions League, if you're not involved in a League Cup, if you're not involved in the FA Cup, if you're not involved in any, so that you can go to the games where it's for about 5 months in the Premier League. It is week to week. So you play Saturday or Sunday, and then odd here now you play on a Wednesday. But it's usually Saturday to Saturday or Sunday to, you know what I mean? Or Monday to Sunday. Do you know what I mean? Monday to Saturday. So you can then work that style. And especially, that's why managers want to bring in their own new players, so then the ideas are quicker to them than the old players who were there, who were used to that way of playing. You had Rio Ferdinand, you had Vidic there, you had all these leaders.
But if you look at it on the opposite corner, you've got Quagmato, you've got Pereira.
Listen,
I know he's gone. I know that. But he's got a better group of players in terms of technical ability. You've got Finger in the Rashford, you've got Martial. You've got more technically gifted players than what Moyes had in that era. You know, if you really look at it,
you know what, I'm gonna have to.
He had Fellaini.
You know what? Views in the comments below. Let us know, please. I want to know
who's the better squad. Moyes' squad or Solskjaer?
Don't even that. I want to know the players for play and who was there under Fergie for a long time. Moyes only bought one guy.
Decline, do you know that?
No, they were in the decline, but they were still technical. Nani.
Yeah, I'll take
Nani. Van Persie.
But you had Anderson in the midfield. You had Cleverly.
That's what I said. At that time,
you had Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson I think left before. Gibson was sold before.
Was it?
Yeah, Gibson was in Everton well before. But for me, those players knew the Manchester United way of playing.
Yeah,
they were a long time coaching to that way of playing.
But if you look, Solskjaer knows the way of playing.
But Solskjaer has had Mourinho players. The three players he bought in, James is the outlet for us. Yeah. Maguire is the guy who needs to, because we haven't got midfield to protect him of one.
Yeah. So you see the frailties.
So in the summer we were talking, I kept saying to you, don't get it. We need two creative midfielders in this team, because without a midfield, you can't create jack. Without a midfield, your wingers are not going to score. As a midfield player, nobody's going to score. Even if you got creative midfield players, you can put your fullbacks through. We don't have that.
You say that though, but we've got a player in Pereira and he's playing him out wide, so how do you counter-argument that then?
No, he's playing him out there because he doesn't have anybody to play out right.
You've got Pereira there though.
Listen, let me tell you something here, right? There's a curse on Man United purchasing players. Moyes didn't get a right winger. Van Gaal didn't adjust a right winger. Jose Mourinho didn't get a right winger. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer ain't getting right winger. So they just put in anybody where they think, oh yeah, you.
So why Solskjaer not putting Pereira in his right position?
Well, he did for Liverpool.
He did for Liverpool. But what did he do at the end though? He put him out wide.
Yeah.
Yesterday against Fabio, out wide.
No, he wasn't out wide. No, he wasn't out wide.
He was out wide. I'm sure he was out wide.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't out wide yesterday. It was Dan James that was out wide yesterday.
I don't know. I thought
Dan James up front. No. Dan James was out wide yesterday.
It's not bad at me. You don't know where anyone is. No, but
listen, Rashford was on the left last night.
You don't know.
James was like, why?
You don't know though, honestly. You don't know where everyone is.
Dan James
That's
was
how
like,
bad
why?
it is at the
When
minute.
he come on, his position, when he come on, he came in for Ghana, and he was just to stabilise the midfield, and that's why he played with the...
No, but no, well, honestly, man, it's a joke at the minute. But
It is a joke.
you know what I mean? Solskjaer's approaching 12 months as a manager, and there's no identity, there's no style of play. And yes, you can talk about he hasn't got the players in. I know he hasn't got the players in.
If he had the players side, I'll be sitting on that side. I'll be saying, you know what, Ollie's not the guy. Then if he had the players, I would be saying, Ollie, you're not the guy.
That's the reason why he got sacked from Cardiff.
No. You know what? Listen, you're not the guy because I'm not even seeing a little bit of hint of vision. I'm not asking for the complete vision, but
You're not seeing anything, though.
I am not seeing anything of the vision. If Ollie had two attacking midfielders and a striker and a right winger, I would be like, you know what the hell are you doing? But I know that for 100%, we would see something. We would see a way of playing. We would at least see technique in up front. But at the moment in time, it's a mishmash. There's players coming back from injury. We're throwing in like 17-year-olds in there, 18-year-olds in there.
And credit to them, they're playing well.
They're playing well.
They're starting their own.
Because, like I said to you, it's easier to input your ideas into younger players.
I know.
Than older players.
Yeah.
Please get the bookkeeper, Soconomics. Read.
But do you not think that, you know, when the transfer window shuts, yeah, and not every manager gets their player. Not every manager gets their player, and they say, you know what, I needed that player, I needed that player.
But you need to have most big clubs have quality, certain level of quality.
But he got Solskjaer asked for centre back. He asked for a right back.
No, he already come out and said I focused on the defence because I think the way we conceded
is that his own downfall?
No, that's a mistake. But then what he should have done is he should not have. That's the thing I make now. Lukaku and Sanchez both wanted to go because they both didn't want to be there, right?
Yeah.
Pogba already didn't want to be there. You can't have three players who don't want to be there.
Yeah.
You might be able to carry one. You carry one. But you can't have that. But the decision, what Ed Woodward let him down and screwed him over, and that's why Ed Woodward is sending him out to the press conference now in the past couple of weeks and saying, Ollie's coming out saying, it was my decision. No, it was not your decision. Because they didn't stack up the money.
Man, then?
It didn't. But of course you're going to be a yes man. So this is his dream.
I don't want that though. I want a manager to hold his own and say, you know what, I need this player, yeah? And if you're not going to give me all these players...
He said that already.
No, but you've got to come up to the manager and say, you know what, I don't need 8 million from Maguire. Did he need 8 million of Maguire?
Listen, I'm sorry to say, but Man United needed a centre half.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, they needed
but
a
you
centre
said
half.
you said you're lacking creativity now, though.
And I said that at the time, and that's why I was saying to you, don't get too gassed. We need this team. That's why I'm calm. That's why everybody's asking me, why are you calm?
Are you sure you're going to be calm against Norwich, though?
Listen, like I said, last night I was stressing out because you know what? I seen the performance of Gardner, who for a youngster in that atmosphere,
matured.
In that kind of atmosphere, in that stadium.
Is he Michael Carrick or?
No. I think he's better than Michael Carrick. He's got more talent, more potential than Michael Carrick. That's just me.
Yeah.
But Brandon Williams.
Positive. Do you think
to me, cemented his place.
Do you reckon?
To me, he cemented.
And you're a Luke Shaw fan as well, you know.
Yeah. Listen, he cemented his place because you know why?
Fearless.
This is what Luke Shaw used to be before he broke his leg.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw was the best player at Man United under Van Gaal. Him and Depay and Smalling were the best three players at Man United.
Yeah.
Right?
And Martial.
Yeah. They were the three consistent four players.
Yeah.
That's who they were. So Luke Shaw, if he's gonna come back, he has to fight to make those kind of runs.
Yeah, 100%.
So that was the positives.
Going back at the Woodward thing. If so, say now he said, you know what?
All I'm gonna say to you, can I just say something? I know we're gonna ask. I want you to go and find the comments, because you know what, I'm gonna do this research for next week's show. I'm gonna go and get the comments
from July.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer say it again and again and again after each press conference, before the beginning of the season, coming out and saying if players leave, they have to be replaced.
I don't know if I heard that.
Yes, he did. I'm going to get that for you.
Oh,
I'm going to slam it in your face.
I don't know, you guys. I didn't see them comments.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write those words in a truffle cake and smash it into your face on camera. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
And if you don't...
Right. Well, I find it. Then you can do that to me. Go get a truffle cake, right?
But if you... Okay. Edward doesn't give you this transfer silence. He said to you, you know what do you need? Centre back, right back, and Daniel James. Okay. You go against that. You say, you know what? Okay, I know. He got rid of 7 players. But if he said, okay, season's starting now, how do I make myself positive? I've got to show what I've got, my style of play. And forget all the managers. managers in the Premier League, there's some certain managers, they don't get what they want. But still, they don't moan, and they still play the same way, and they still play attacking way.
True.
Is Ollie now going against his words and saying, you know what, yes, I haven't got the players in, but I need to have the right system. I need to have the right players in there. So not playing Pereira on the right. You know what I mean? Not playing certain Mata again. For me, I love Mata, yeah, but it's finished.
He's gone.
He looked like a player out there. You know when you just, you know what I mean? The chemistry, he made it down from 100 to about 45. So for me, the excuse.
Mata, Juan! Mi amigo Juan. Love is the te quiero.
Yeah.
You know, I love this guy.
If you're not on the right place, does that excuse you? You're still not playing your pattern of play, though.
You know, second half last night, I didn't see him.
Well, that just shows you how far he's fallen.
Honestly, I forgot he was playing.
And he's 31. It's not 35. Oh. It's not 36. David Silva at 33.
To be fair, he's been playing since he was like 17, 18, wasn't he? So he's been playing.
I don't know. Well, David Silva's been playing since 17, 18. I still got it.
Listen, it took. Do you remember that? Do you remember Pep Guardiola? He was trying to do something. This is City who bought so many fullbacks. Now he's going to want to get the fourth fullback. Has been. He bought all these players, and everybody was taking the mick out of him, calling him Fraudiola, because City were getting smashed right, left, and centre. They didn't have their game. Their game was just pass without creating anything, right? When you've got that system, you've got to have these players. Man United let go 7 players in the summer. During and since Ollie's been there, 7 players were let go. Only 3 were bought in, and the 3 that were bought in have done reasonably well. Reasonably well. The beginning of the season started. The press, I did right the way we pressed, like we pressed against Chelsea. We gave them the ball, but we pressed them.
But now everyone's second now.
Listen, the games that we had, but the injuries have ravished us, and we always said it. That's why we were moaning. We were like, if you're gonna get rid of 7, you have to get another 7 or at least 5. I said,
you reckon you had to get rid of them though, or was it a case of?
Listen, you have to do. That's why. In a sense, and that's why I'm Ollie in, because I can see what he's trying to do. I know those players needed to.
Suffer what?
Listen,
top 4?
Listen, because I don't want top 4, and I don't want Europa League.
Top 4?
I don't listen. Not in terms of meaning that we're gonna get top 4, and get involved in players. Yes, I understand that, but Manchester United, for me, would be able to attract players. But then if I look at it, if this goes down in the wrong way and we're still 14th and in another couple of months, then whether I want Ollie in or not, the pressure will be too much on him, right?
Yeah,
but what I'm trying to say to you, this is not all Ollie's fault. And sacking manager, we're going to turn like AC Milan. I keep saying it honestly. I talk to so many friends of mine who are AC Milan fans.
But you can't
and
sack
they keep
Woodward,
saying
that's
to
the
me,
problem though.
Listen,
you can only sack managers.
No, that's like,
sack Woodward, you can't
that's
sack the
what
board.
I'm saying to you now. You know, what have you noticed in the past month and a half? Woodward has gone on a massive propaganda
trying to save his job.
Right. Why? Because he's
under pressure.
He's under pressure.
He's
getting it. So what I'm saying to you, we need to keep the pressure. The fans out
there. But he does his job correctly. You know why he does his job correctly? Because he gives it the commercial avenue.
No.
He brings in all the sponsorship.
You know what? I've looked at it I've looked at this even closely. I've been looking at the numbers and looking at it closely. To be fair, he's not even that amazing.
Still record breaking though.
Listen, no. Whatever the Glazers are bearing the fruits of Fergie's success. And Man United as a success as a shareholder, PLC, what it was. Before that, McMahon and the guy who owned us and the Fergie had argued about the horse. Flipping horse. Can you imagine the tragedy? Fergie kicked off with the guys. We would not be having the Glazers now if it wasn't Fergie and those 2 Irish guys kicking off about the fucking horse. Right? It's all a lot of horse.
So what's your solution, Saudi owners?
Listen, oh my God. My word. Right?
Yeah, but you want the Glazers out, but then you say no to Saudi owners. So how does that work?
The Saudi owners are some of the most. What they're doing, Saeed.
Yeah, but on the pitch though. That's off the pitch.
Oh my!
I know.
Saeed, how can you? I
know, but off the pitch.
With the Man City owners, most of you don't know, the Saudi owners are literally committing a genocide in Yemen.
Yeah.
With the Man City owners, I mean, Man City, we already knew they always get. Owned by human rights abusers. We know.
Is that accurate reports or?
Yeah, this is accurate. You don't get any accurate than me. Google. Don't believe what I say. Google it by yourself. Go on Google. It's too easy.
Not from the blog spots and that.
No, genocide.
Blog spots.
Listen, genocide in Yemen. What's going on? People have been starved to death. I've got a friend of mine who's now working for the Red Cross, and he's there literally delivering food.
Yeah.
right? And they have to ask for every time a ceasefire.
Thoughts for the Yemeni people, by the way.
Yeah, for the Yemeni people. So there's a so-called coalition. So it's Dubai, the Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia, and their cohorts like the Bahraini government. All of them are bombing and starving to death some of the poorest people in the world in Yemen. They're starving. They're starving thousands.
And you're saying these guys, Saudi guys, are
millions? No, they're in direct bombing. They're directly involved. The Saudi army, well, Pakistani people they employed as in their army. A lot of Pakistani people who leave Pakistan.
So you wouldn't want
to go
them
work.
to be the owners of our football club?
What they're doing is
for the sake of players staying.
They're doing some sort of morality washing. So by owning Man United, they need to be accepted because they commit horrendous human rights abuses. I'm somebody, I think, I want to stand up for human rights because if you don't stand up and solidarity is important, you have to, the basic human rights. Come on, they chop people's heads off, man. Like cheap maids from Philippines, from Vietnam, from these other part of India and Pakistan and Kashmir.
But if they were to get 3 billion in now, 3 billion, they close the deal off. Glazers went, Woodward went. Imagine now, Glazers went, then Woodward went.
No, of course, Woodward would go. If those guys come in, they will want to show off like the Qataris.
But then did have your club back then.
Listen, no, I wouldn't have my club back because my club then is used to justify killing fucking poor Yemenis.
No, but I know. Politics
Come on now. No,
aside.
but that's politics.
Politics
but
aside,
the football ownership is politics.
I know, politics aside.
Why do you think the Qataris want to own? Why do you think the Qataris one day woke up and thought, wow, we've been a Paris Saint-Germain fan since we won the European. No, it's to clean money. It's a way of funneling money, right? And as a way of look at us.
Okay, you not keep the two separate.
No, you can't because that's politics. I think that everything is political.
But imagine they said to themselves, you know what? We're a clean slate here. We want to build a legacy.
Right, the only way they do it right now, right? The only way the Saudis can take over Man United if they stop bombing the people, in the Yemen, they let people have aid. They then stop committing human errors in their own country.
But I feel like if they're in the public spotlight, I think like
they don't care. Listen, they don't care. Britain, America, the people that rule Britain, the people that rule America, the people that rule Saudi Arabia are in cahoots. Regardless, whatever happens, it's all about the money. They're forever tied together. Britain will never criticize. Only certain people are like, we should stop that sales of arms to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. So all I'm saying to you, if they stop their human rights abuses, then I will have no leg to stand on because every country there's human rights abuses. In Britain there is, in America there is. So I'm not just picking out the Saudis, but I'm just saying to you at this moment in time, the only reason why they want to buy Man United is to have a total legitimacy on the things that they're doing. I mean, the guy ordered, listen, check this out. It's a guy who's a journalist, right? He was part of that. You can look this up, guys. Yeah. His name's Khashoggi, right? He was a journalist. He's based in America. He was part of the political class in Saudi Arabia. He left there because Saudi's banned him from coming back to his country. Yeah. So he got married again, right? His wife and his kids. And then he was getting married in Turkey. He walked into the Saudi embassy in Turkey, right? And they welcomed him. Listen, imagine. He was going there to get the papers so he can marry a woman because he can't go back to his wife in Saudi Arabia. He walks in to the Saudi embassy in Istanbul. Guess what happens?
What?
Hours before, because he made the appointment to come in, the Saudis private jetted henchmen, 15 henchmen.
Before he got there?
Before they got there. Guess what happened when he got there? They grabbed him, chopped him up to bits, packed him away. Yeah. Took his remains back to Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Or I don't know what they've done with it. Or maybe they chopped. What with it? We know they chopped up, and they both admitted it. They admitted it. You know what Trump said?
What?
Wow.
Well. That's a bit of historical context, guys. You know. But going back to the game yesterday, second half for you, let down. Let down.
Absolutely. To me, but then I can't. I understand why, because seven changes is going to affect the way you play, because they're not played together in matches, right? If we had a separate team that we had let's say Europa League team, and they were playing together, so they played all of these games.
Like Arsenal do now.
Yeah. So they played all of these games, right? With the defense, with the thing. Then I would say, you know what, they were abysmal. You know what I mean? Then how can we be able to critique?
But you're saying
it's been chopped, and it's very because of the injuries.
But it's happening time and time again now where Ollie, very first half, second half he thinks, you know what, 1-0's not too bad. And that for me is a manager like it's not.
To be fair to him, he comes out in press conference, he's asking them to do, but unfortunately, the players
if you're not doing it in training. If you're doing it in training every single day, like Guardiola is, yeah, and I'm not trying to compare Solskjaer with Guardiola, guys, but if you're doing the training every week, drilling, the same pattern of play, drilling. Does it not become a case where it's down to the manager now? Because the players can only do what. Yes, you can do individual magic and
he can't make decisions for them though.
You don't tell Pereira to be on the right though. You don't put Quadmato and he's ghosting for 90 minutes.
That bit for me, like that one, I don't have an answer to, because I'm just thinking why? Because he thinks he can't make a. That's why he has to justify playing Juan Mata. But to me, Juan Mata's on the bench, Pereira plays in the middle.
That's it.
And that's the thing. And somebody else plays on the right.
Who have got on the right though? That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. The past 4 managers at Man United, when they've had a transfer,
do you not
have all been allergic to getting somebody on the right.
Why don't you give it? You know what I mean? I didn't slate Chong in that kind of way, but why not play Chong on the right?
You slated him because of his haircut.
No, I said he should cut his fringe off. But going into the Sunday massive game, Nuruddin, this could be the decider.
Did he always
press conference? No.
What did he say? Some of the comments he come up with, I was cringing.
Studying Norwich.
No, yeah. He said he's basically from the comments that I heard, he basically said we might win. Well, we might win at Norwich. Well, but we might.
This is your manager,
and this is that kind of talk got David Moyes sacked. Right, we have to go there. But the other part of it, he was goading them. He's bigging them up, saying they play a certain way. They've got a system. They play a certain style.
He's not trying to mimic Ferguson the way he used to say it.
Yeah, but what he's doing is basically bigging them up to know that Man United will get in the spaces to get behind them if they attack the way they attack, the way they've been attacking.
I don't think we'll have any space. You know, I mean, the way we're playing at the minute.
Well, last
can't even string a few passes together.
Yeah, last night, I was really disappointed. I mean, obviously, Rashford, he got the win. He played really well. Last night, some of his decision-making.
That ball was set. Oh, my. Dan James
the two balls
was clear on goal.
In the middle, yeah. But to be
fair,
you can't I'm not like him. Both him and Dan Jones sometimes look down when they're dribbling. And Dan Jones did exactly the same on the one when we had the counter, where it was 3 against 3. Yeah. And Dan James got past the guy, and then the guy fouled him.
But it's different in European football. It's all about your kind of like, your class and your awareness. It's not sometimes about like dribbling.
Yeah, it's not. You need that bit of guile. But we don't even have that. We don't listen. The reason why I'm calm, the reason why I'm thinking...
Calm?
Listen, I am calm. Well, I'm calm till then second half where it's just United are just sitting there and they're going to concede a goal. I mean, I've got to give it up. I was on here, I slated him a little bit and he looked like he was in good shape. I've got to say, man like Romero.
Told you, man. Well, why are you slating him 2-3 double saves yesterday?
Did you hear what Ollie said? Did you hear all his words before this? He said, he's been in the gym, he's been training hard.
But you did. You said to him, he's a heavyweight boxer.
He felt that.
But the way he did the save, though, come on, that was a good save. That was a double save.
To be fair, it was straight at him.
Come on, man. You gotta give credit,
the header was a better save. The header was.
But even the double save, the low save.
No, the one was straight at him.
Would the game save that, really?
Yeah, because that's straight at him. If he was in the corner and he saved it, that's
I'm telling you, man, don't disrespect Romero, man. He's been Argentinian number 1 for the last 10 years.
Because there's not that many great keepers.
There isn't actually, you know what I mean? You know when you play FIFA, you're trying to find a better keeper. It's always Sergio Romero, right? You know what? Shout out to Sergio Romero, man.
The saves last night earned his money, but he looked a bit more leaner. I want you to get honestly to contrast.
Yeah, I know.
Last season and this season.
He used to have a shirt baggy. I used to have, the half sleeve.
All I just remember when Jota shot that goal, the way he dropped on the floor.
I remember. You know what? I went back to it and I seen it,
There was a mini earthquake happening. There was a mini rubble in the ground there, the stand jumps.
Like that.
The stand behind him. They felt it.
No disrespect, man. You can't get a better second keeper in the world football right now.
No, I mean, to be fair to him.
Reliable.
Like I said, I like Romero. And, I remember we won the Europa League. He was on fantastic form.
Yeah.
He saved us. I think when Mourinho, when he got a bit lackadaisical, and he put a lot of weight on him, I'm afraid to say. And last night, when I seen him, I studied him a bit, and he looked a lot leaner.
And he's only 33. He's years ahead of him.
He looked leaner.
How do we beat Norwich?
The Norwich, exactly.
How do we beat them?
Yeah, exactly the same way what Ollie's been saying. Ollie's been slightly clever, saying we want you to have a distinct philosophy. They stick to it. He's basically saying, gassing them up to thinking that they're going to play. And
so they're the favourites, basically.
And we know when teams comes and try to attack us like Liverpool do, like Chelsea do, we can get behind them.
Yeah.
But we struggle against teams because we haven't got the creative and know-how and nous of creative midfielders to unlock doors. So
3-5-2 an option again, do you reckon?
It depends because
that's the kind of formation I would.
You know, they're fullbacks.
They're Max Sarens. They have the good guy right back on Max Sarens.
Both of them. Yeah, because we were linked with him.
He's good, very good right back.
I mean, he looks like he's an 8-year-old kid. I'm like,
I know.
I remember playing the game against City, and I was like, I looked at his face. I was like, son. It's way past your bedtime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should be in bed by now.
Yeah.
And but he's a brilliant player. But it's the kids they've got really.
The kid in the Cantwell's good player. I love him at United.
Pookie, obviously, Pookie's
not scoring in a while though.
They've got that. I forgot his name, but that small little midfield player.
Not Houlihan, is it?
No. The Houlihan was gone years ago.
Yeah.
But they've got this other. He actually doesn't start.
Is it Spanish? I think it's a German or Spanish.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Like honestly, similar size to Torreira of Arsenal.
Yeah.
But very tenacious.
I think they've been hampered by injuries, not been on form lately. Since the Man City game, I think they've not won. I think they drew against Aston Villa.
Well, they can correct
Cup final. You see with Newcastle.
Yeah, and obviously they've had all week training.
All week.
They've not had to make a flight. They're fresher than fresh.
Serbia.
What was their last game in last weekend?
I think they drew 0-0 Bournemouth.
You know what? If you would have said to me, put your house down on that game, I would have said to you, no way would that game be a 0-0. Yeah. I was so shocked. That's why I'm not even remembering it.
I feel like the manager must have said to them, you know what, let's get back to the drawing board. Let's keep it rigid so that when we go to Man United game, we're disciplined.
I read the match report as well. There was hardly any chance.
No, there wasn't. Both sides.
It is surreal.
Yeah.
They must have cancelled each other out because they play similar football.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So United, no Pogba again.
No Pogba.
Bloody hell, this foot injury, man.
I mean, no, he's got a cast. He broke a bone. It's like a broken bone.
Did he break it in the Rochdale game though?
Yeah, he broke a bone in the Rochdale game. Because he was rushed back for Arsenal. And to be fair to Pogba,
but he's the
kind of guy. He's the kind of guy. It was an ankle duck, then he broke a bone in the same part of the foot.
And why did we put him out against Rochdale?
Because he wanted to play and he wanted more match fitness for the big games coming ahead.
You say that? What kind of performance are you looking at? What kind of personnel? What kind of... because Norwich, you know what Norwich are going to play? They're going to play football.
To me, if you can play the similar team, minus Rojo, but then Rojo looks better than Jones. So
I would play Rojo back centre defence.
Yeah, and on the left hand side.
Yeah,
I would play Brandon Williams. To me, Brandon Williams have to play.
Yeah,
Brandon Williams. And I'm sorry, Ollie. I know what you're thinking. Fucking bringing back Ashley Young.
You know he's going to do that.
No, Ollie, you cannot play Ashley Young, right? You can't. Brandon Williams last night said to you, "I'm playing next week." That performance, right, of you. The only positive, even though you knew, did you see his press conference last night, Ollie's? He was just like, he was like the performance wasn't good. Yeah. To be fair, he tells the truth. He doesn't try to come out and sugarcoat it.
I don't know about the truth.
No, he does. Well, the way that we played, he says this is the way he's asked him to play. But last night, he was so disappointed, right? Martial got 90 minutes. I don't know if Martial can play from the start, but Brandon Williams has to play. Wan-Bissaka has to play. So if you're going to play the 5 at the back, 3 at the back, because they only play with one striker, we need to just have one centre half out of the 3 that are playing in the back that can step into midfield.
That would be a kind of Lindelof or Maguire.
Yeah, one and a half to step into midfield because if just Pookie up front, 3 of you looking after Pookie just looks just really.
Then you say, why don't you just go stick with the 4-3-3 then?
No, because I think the wing backs going up there and meeting them just give us an outlet.
It gives an outlet.
Because the ball then can come inside. And I'm thinking if instead of Pereira, instead of Mata, Pereira can find the passes.
Yeah, in the middle, the whole.
Yeah, in the middle.
And he plays Fred and McTominay in the midfield.
Yeah, Fred McTominay and Pereira in the midfield.
McTominay, Pereira. And then up front we put Rashford and
James.
Rashford, James. Not Martial, you're not ready for
Not Martial because I want him
Chelsea
to come
game.
on. Yeah, I want him
Chelsea
to come on.
game.
The Chelsea game is where he completes the 90 minutes. We can bring him on it because we need to have something to change it on the bench if it's going bad, isn't it?
We lose this. Do you reckon the wall's on for the sacking, or do you just...
No, I don't think.
Do you not think there'll be serious pressure now, Rodin? And I know you're a big Olive fan, and you know you want.
I'm not a big Oli fan. I'm just thinking sacking a manager ain't gonna solve this. If it wasn't, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. If it wasn't Oli, if it was another manager,
that's what I was saying. That's a good point. You know what? If it was another manager, would Oli be in the job right now? Yes or no?
If it was another manager, I would not be screaming to get rid of them. One, I'm tired of sacking managers because 1 minute it's the players who bottle it as well. Every manager, the players have been bottling it. So that gets exposed. And what does that expose? It exposes Woodward, right?
Yeah.
It exposes the hierarchy of the board.
But you know Woodward's never going to get sacked.
Well, you know what? He's feeling the pressure. Something words must have been had because that's why you're hearing him. Before, you never heard from the man.
No.
You know what I mean? There was another plane against Liverpool. Yeah. Another plane.
So I don't think they're playing. Listen, them sipping their drinks.
Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. Listen, there's building the pressure. So Woodward's under pressure. The next transfer is. But what we need to discuss for me is these massive rumours with Thomas Muller.
And I heard people saying, "Nah, don't sign him. Don't sign him." No, are you kidding me, Nordy?
I'm sceptical.
Sceptical?
Yeah. Do you know why?
For what we've got out there, you're sceptical.
Can I tell you one thing?
What?
One thing I do know, Bayern Munich, in the history that I've been watching football, Bayern Munich never sell a player that they wanted. They never sell.
Or they have too many players.
They never get
Or they have too many players in that position.
They never get... No. They never get...
Just turn 30.
Yeah, they never get rid of player unless...
Is he any worse than what we've got right now? Is he any worse than what we've got right now?
I mean, a guy to sit on the bench...
Sit on the bench. This is Thomas Muller you're talking about here.
He's sitting on the bench.
Respect the guy. World Cup winner.
This is the old Thomas Muller, not Thomas Muller now, man. It's not been the same player.
He can still find the net.
Either watch German football, he's not been the same player. He's not been for the same player.
I think
Bayern Munich do not get rid of their own, do not diss their own, unless you're not doing it on the pitch. Manager or no manager, if you're doing it week by week, you're on that pitch. Lewandowski and Gnabry are way ahead of him.
Because they have the kind of chemistry. Maybe Muller says to himself, you know what, I need a new challenge.
No, Gnabry is playing on the right mainly. That's the last game that
they've got Coutinho in there, Goretzka. They have so many players in that kind of position.
No, but he
doesn't have the position. Now he's not got the time.
No, to be
honest, sold the kid Sanchez.
I just don't want to be another Schweinsteiger. I was burnt by Schweinsteiger.
No, Schweinsteiger a different time.
Listen, I got
declining.
Nah,
slow.
He's declining. That's what I'm saying to you. He's declining.
This is why we're not going to sign anyone, because people like you, people like you has declined every single player that comes through the door.
No, because I don't want another Sanchez. I don't want another Sanchez.
So when you want, it's not another Sanchez. It's not.
It's
not another Sanchez. Because this guy can find the back of the net. Sanchez wasn't
in German football. He can. Can he do in the Premier League? Has he got? Can he keep up in the Premier League?
This is the attitude of
United
right now.
It's exactly the same.
This is the attitude of United.
So I want a player that's in the mid-20s who's on the up. I don't want a player who's on the way down.
He's not on the way down.
He is, man. Stop it.
30 years old, is that on the way down?
How much of German football do you watch?
I watch it quite a lot.
Comments below, guys, please.
What do you think, Thomas Muller? Comment below.
Comments below. Please let this guy know, educate Saeed here, that Thomas Muller is on the decline.
He's not on the decline.
He's on the decline.
He's not.
The reason why Bayern Munich want to get rid of him is on the decline. The other guy is even worse. That man apparently who said, "Oh, I want to take 150 grand."
Who's that?
Cutting my wages. It's the guy from Juventus, your friend, Croatian guy.
Mandzukic, he wouldn't be so bad now. You know what, mate? Is that the point right now? I take anyone, mate. This is desperate United.
This is the problem. What is panic buying?
Thomas Muller is a proven goal scorer.
Right, who would you have there out of the two?
I'd have Thomas Muller. Thomas Muller, mate, don't disrespect this guy.
He's
a proven goal scorer. If he went to Juventus now, he'd absolutely kill it.
He's 30.
He's 30 years old. He's just turned 30.
He's 31. Stop it.
Listen,
get in the comments.
I'll get you checking now.
He's 31. Right, it's not even about what age is, but he's on a decline. Thomas Muller, it's not the same. That's why he's not in the German national side. Do you think he would have been benched? Do you think that
30 years old, 30, just turned 30. Guys, just turned 30.
He's in a decline, mate.
Thomas Muller.
What was his birthday? Show me his birthday. He's turning 31 soon, mate.
89, 30th of December. Just turned 30. And you're telling me he's out of
December?
13th of September. Listen, guys, we're going to end it on that bit. Thomas Muller, would you take him at United? For me, it's an absolute no-brainer.
We have to talk about midfielders.
20 to 30 million, I'd take him.
Let's talk about midfielders. I don't want strikers, though. I want midfield players. We don't need strikers.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to get Bruno Fernandes now. I think we should go after more strikers.
What? No, we need to go. Who's going to set them up? Do you think these strikers want to join now?
When Pogba's back fit.
No, and then he gets injured again. And then what happens?
Well, we never know that.
Right, so we don't need, that's what I'm saying.
I know we need midfielders, but I say
we've got the defence now, we've got better defence, right? Let's get two midfielders in January now. We need to find two creative. We need to find two midfield players now, because if you got two creative midfield players, you'll be able to set your full-backs up for goals, mate. Forget about anything else. Forget about strikers. Yeah, forget about the other forwards.
Then you're going to pay off
we
the
need to. I don't care. I don't care. Bruno Fernandes is gettable. If we splash the money now, Lisbon.
That's what you're doing. You're throwing money at it then.
No.
You just said to me about throwing money.
But he's proven. He's not a guy that's over the hill.
Fernandes.
He's not over the hill. He's proven. He is a proven guy who's on the up. Right?
Yeah,
Madison is another guy who's on the up.
We could have get him in July, so why can't we get him in January?
No, because they negated, because that's how stingy Man United are. They don't want to play. All I'm going to say to you guys is, please, I want you to go back to 2005 when the Glazers took over. I want you to look at the transfer spending policy from under Fergie. And then since Fergie, the only time that they panicked when Fergie left. Because Fergie could come out and say, oh, there's no value in the market.
Yeah.
Right? There's no value in the market. But you look at how much they spent. I remember Stoke City on net spent more than us when the Glazers were there and Fergie was there.
Yeah.
Spent more than us. This is Stoke City, right? So don't give me any of that. It's not the managers, it's Glazers. They're their cronies.
Saudi owners in then.
In their cronies.
Well,
anybody but them Saudis, mate. All they're bombing
now
people,
you're asking for too much.
Human rights.
If you want the Glazers out, get the
Saudis
Saudis
rights,
in.
mate. Human rights is important, people, and you know it.
Yes, we know that.
The only difference between you and the Yemeni people is that you have a geographical lock. That luckily you live in a different country. That's the only difference between you and you. All the different wars that happen in the world. Quick prediction. I might think I'll draw.
Wow.
I'm not gonna go. Listen, I'm not gonna go out there. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna go for 1-0.
We're the draw specialists.
You know, the old saying was 1-0 to the Arsenal. This could be 1-0 to the United.
But they got man like Pukki who just...
It's not on form.
He scores, though. He scores, mate.
So you're going for a 0-0?
No, maybe 1-1. But United have to me...
United, if they don't win this...
This, to me, is a massive game.
Because this will set
Even if you don't win, I just want to see a good performance. I want to see something that they can build on. Do you think, you know what, that was a good performance? Because Norwich are a good footballing team. But
their backs against the wall they are. They're on a doubt. If you're going to get them now, it's to get them now. So for me, 1-0, 1-1. Lower the socials. Come at him, guys.
Everybody's coming at me, especially with the Saudi question, man. Everybody's coming at me.
Get him, man. He doesn't want the Glazers to go.
I'm not making it out. Please don't misunderstand me. Yeah. Every country commits, all countries, nations commit human right atrocities. But the Saudis are kind of specialised in this, what they're doing in Yemen. Yeah. So if they refrain from that and they weren't chopping people up, they weren't chopping, journalists up in their embassies, and they weren't chopping people's hands up in their own countries, then I'd be all right. I won't mind that, because especially if they sign Neymar and Mbappe, you'd be delighted, wouldn't you?
Mbappe, come at me.
Stop it.
Guys, if you like this podcast, like the video, subscribe to United Central, go follow them on Twitter. But yeah, Norwich, is that a winnable game? I don't know.
4:30. It's not even on TV, is it?
It's not TV, no. It's on Sky. So you have to be them Sky Calcio and all them.
Ronaldo 9.
Ronaldo 9. No streaming, guys. We don't stream.
We don't stream. We don't condone any
no streaming, guys.
But Ronaldo 9.
Ronaldo 9, yeah. Guys, if you like this video, subscribe to United Central. We're nearly at 10k, guys. The road is to 10k. If you're watching this and you're new to this podcast, like the video, subscribe. It's right there. It's not hard. Subscribe. But yeah, guys, I've been Saeed. This has been Nuruddin, and I'll see you for the Norwich review, where hopefully United can get all 3 points.
I think you might do a vote: human rights or the Saudi owners.
You comments below. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Peace.